people, you know, who hearsay. You get it all the time. I'm sure people have made up a ton of shit about you.
Constantly.
And if somebody don't really know you, you know what I'm saying, they have a mouthful of shit to say, but none of it can be proven as fact.
But people gonna believe it anyway.
You know,
people gonna believe it anyway.
You know, and you know that's the same thing with him. You know, oh, he was this and he was that and he was in the dope gang and did. You know, they want to bring out negative things from that man's past. The idea and the whole purpose of the game is to eventually finish playing and be the winner at the end.
Exactly.
Lots of people don't have the mentality to do that. You know, like I said,
they doing it for the wrong reason. I tried to tell people that too. I said, basically, this nation was founded by a bunch of goddamn gangsters. They basically took whatever the hell they wanted. And the whole point in them doing criminal activity, or if you dig back in their past far enough, you're gonna find some type of criminal activity. And they basically legitimized whatever they was doing. I think some people miss that to do that. And when you do that, you're supposed to reach back and help the next person. And I constantly like mentor or help people when they ask me for help. And
to keep them from going through what you had to go through.
Yeah, like the making mistakes and whatnot. Or if somebody just asks me how to do something, I'll share the information with you if you want to know. I do it all the time. They want me to talk at like events and whatnot. But the only reason I won't do that in some cases is because they're charging. So some people think I'm being, like, I guarantee you some rumors are going out about me about that too. like I'm turning folks down for stuff like to spread knowledge, but and then they hear me saying it on the show. But it's only because they're trying to charge for it. And I'm like, you know, you trying to charge people that's already struggling money to basically just give them knowledge. And the majority of the stuff that I've learned and know and say, I learned from a book. You can basically just find the same books. I can really tell you the book to go read. But so I don't understand. Well, I understand it as a gimmick, but why would I charge somebody for something you can just find in a book anyway? I just tell you, you know, what book to look in, or give you a quick little run through of where to find the information that you, if you're really trying to learn it. Now going back to what you said about the education. One of the first thing I noticed, and that's why like LeBron James school doing real well now, is I tell people what I think the problem is, because I don't even get me started with the difference between when I went to Jackson public schools, like the public schools around here, and when I went to college. Completely different. I really think the problem with a lot of school areas is the curriculum. It's the way that they learning. Part of it is boring. Part of it is out of date, and part of it is not really set up with the way to teach certain people. You know, you have certain groups of people, they learn in like different ways. Like I want to say it's like 5 different ways of learning. I can't remember all of them right now. Some people learn hands-on. Some people learn from videos. Some people can learn from speaking. Some people can learn from reading. People learn in different ways. So you should not have like a mega class that does all 4 rolled together, because somebody's going to miss something, because that's not the way that they learn. I really think that is part of the problem. I really do. And it's like, if you're staying in like the inner city, you're not really even getting classes that will actually help you. Even in junior college, now think about it. Some universities too, now think about it, but you're not really getting the tools to be competitive in today's workforce. You really not. And I noticed the difference because I went to each college. I went to a junior college here, and I went to a university here for a little while, and then I actually went to a big university, and it's completely fucking different for all 3. Just the classes they even offer are completely different than your local university. And from what I'm reading up on Nipsey Hussle now, catching up on a lot of stuff he did, that's one of the things that he figured out when he opened up an art center to teach them, to keep them competitive, like with engineering and whatnot. Like, what's crazy is that's a degree that a lot of us don't even go for. And it's an up and coming degree that's in almost every damn field now, is some type of engineering, you know, because there's so much stuff being made and mechanical and stuff being built, things being built now to actually run something. And it's a field that there's not a lot of us in for some strange reason. And
have you noticed something?
What?
Any subject, such as engineering that pays a lot of money. And I worked for a big company here in Mississippi that had tons of engineers that made almost $1 million a year.
Mm-hmm.
Any company that employs engineers here in the U.S., they require you to have a degree in engineering.
Mm-hmm.
And the basis of engineering is mathematics.
Yeah.
And the number one thing they're going to do for socially disadvantaged people is make them sit down and read all day long. They're going to make you do math, and they're going to put it in a way where you can't understand it, and you get frustrated,
mm-hmm.
and you don't want to read it. You ain't got time for it. That's the psychiatric barrier. But somebody can come over here from China with no degree, and they'll hire them and pay them 2 times more money and won't even give us a chance. You know what I'm saying?
Well, the other thing that hurt us, too, is the stigma that people put around math. That it's so hard.
Mm-hmm.
And I guess it will.
Right.
I guess it is hard for some. But I believe that anything can be learned. You just have to figure out the way to teach them. The way that they learn, that's the best way to teach them.
But check this out. Brick masonry is involved in carpentry and building a house, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's no different from engineering. Why you ain't got to have a degree to build a house? All you got to do is be licensed and bonded. But if you want to be an engineer, you got to go through 6-7 years of school. It's the same fucking thing. Oops, excuse me.
Well, the design it is more mathematical because you're dealing with acute angles and all that. But
you know yourself, certain things that's in your head, you can't always put it on paper, get another person to understand. Sometimes
I swear I can't, because I'm gonna tell you, like when I went to school, and I can't even remember what it was, but it was something in college algebra or something that I still to this day don't know how the hell I understood it. But for some reason, I was the only one in the class that could. And once I did it and figured it out, you know what I think it is? I think I can recognize patterns is what make me do it. You know how you have some math problems that's probably set up at 7 levels? I can look at it after a while. If I could see an example of it, I could look at it and mess around with the numbers and figure out the pattern and then figure out how to keep doing the problem and keep getting the right answer. And I might not even necessarily, do it the way that the examples say do it, but I still can get to the right answer. And a lot of math equations are pretty much like that. And I still don't know how I can figure it out. It just must be the way my brain works or something. But everybody else couldn't. And it wasn't nothing that it wasn't nothing nobody taught me. It was me just looking at it and trying to figure it out, like to dissect it. But see, I think that still got something to do with learning. I feel like that means, like, put it this way. When I did get a person to understand it, when I broke it down to him, but I couldn't do it. I had to talk to him on the phone. We were trying to do it like through the net. Went away to hell. I had to actually talk to him. And I got that one person to understand how I was doing it. And that's what I said. I think some people just learn in different ways because I'm more hands-on. I got to touch it and see it for me to actually get it. But everybody else learned a different way. But I'm gonna tell you this now. On the Nipsey Hussle situation. I honestly believe nobody actually wants to see a black man really, really make it. You know what I mean? When I mean by really making, I'm talking Bill Gates money, Warren Buffett, like really just be in the Forbes of one of the most richest people in the world. And for people that don't think racism still exists, you're out your damn mind. I still don't understand how you get to that with all this foolishness going on now. Like in every situation, when you see somebody black look like they about to take the extra step, because for people that don't know, from what I read, he was employing like 410,000 damn people. That's like goddamn people. And different. That's a lot. That's like you know what I'm saying? That's a company worth of goddamn, like a company with multiple locations, goddamn it, worth of people. And the way he was going, he has like, when I told somebody else this one time before, I said, there's a lot of people that, they look at TV, they look at movies and stuff, they look at dope boys and they look at, the quote unquote gangsters of Crips, Bloods, gangs, stuff around the world, vice lords, gangsters. And they try to emulate and imitate them. And they think that,
Exactly.
for some reason, they think that these people are not smart. I've told these people several times, the people that I knew from that life in my day, the ones that were good at it, I'm going to say that. These were intelligent people. These were not dummies. They can like quote Nietzsche and shit. These are not dumb people. I mean, they came up in a hood place in a bad way, but they're not dumb. I've never met one that was successful like this shit, like they couldn't read or anything like that. If you talk to them, especially if they stay free until they get like my age, when you talk to them, they talk like me. They don't be like, cuz, buzz, they speak intelligently, or they can, if they need it to be. And they brain thinks like a businessman. That's the reason that they were successful in the drug world. You know what I mean? You can't be successful in the drug world and not have a business type mind. So a lot of these people, I tell people this all the time. A lot of these people that I knew from back in the day that was on street corners and whatnot, the successful ones, these are your businessmen now. These are the ones that own businesses and stuff, and they're doing well. And you just don't know it that that's who they were in their day, unless they got something that gives it away, like gold teeth or some shit. You know what I'm saying? But you wouldn't know it if you met them at 45. You wouldn't know. And they haven't changed. They're no different. They're no different. The only thing, they just don't do violent, ignorant shit. But they always had a business mentality and get good at running business. And I believe Nipsey Hussle was one of those people that just understood how businesses work, what it took to run them, what it take to keep people employed and keep things going. And I think that, from what I'm hearing, they haven't said what the deal was, but ain't no telling what it was. But whatever he was doing, he was trying to make a major purchase on something. They still haven't said what it is. And it was something to do with real estate.
Yeah, he would not take his business to white communities, basically. He wouldn't do it. He supported and invested in his own, and in return, they invested in him and they supported him.
But see,
so,
it's a lot
of wealth in the black community. We don't.
Oh yeah.
Don't even realize.
If we spend on ourselves.
You want racist people to shut the fuck up and leave us alone? Take one day. I dare anybody, and I'm not inciting civil disobedience here. Let me make that clear. It's a person's choice whether they want to do something or not. But what if all across America people said, okay, August the 1st, nobody black is going to work. I don't care what you are or who you are. I'm not going to your McDonald's. I'm not going to your Wendy's. I'm not going to your stores. August 1st, nobody go to work and nobody spend one damn dollar for one day. Black. Do you know what will happen?
What?
Out of one day. Just one day. I mean, businesses got to shut down. When you walk into a business that requires service, what faces do you see? You see black faces.
Mostly.
You see black faces. If there's nobody to provide a service, that means people can't come there. That means that business is disabled and loses profit for a day, a whole day. One business purchases supplies from another business. If they don't have workers to show up and load those trucks to get supplies to the people that purchase things from them to provide the service, it's a chain reaction. You understand that?
Mm-hmm.
It is how the stock market works. It's based on people. It's based on reciprocation. And that's the thing with Nipsey Hussle. His businesses, I think the name of the store, like I said, was Marathon over in Crenshaw. Based on reciprocation. His ability to be profitable, it was all based on reciprocation. Don't think for 1 minute somebody didn't show him love when he was a kid. You understand what I'm saying? It might have been the Crips gang teaching him, don't you do this. I ain't got no money, but nigga, this is what you can do. Can I come?
Mm-hmm.
But, it might have been somebody that inspired him to get up out of there. Now, if you're in the dope game, when I talk about reciprocation, if you're a distributor, you gotta have foot soldiers. Those foot soldiers gotta have customers. Those customers gotta have a source of supply. If you cut that off at the base, those things can't buy dope. street soldiers can't get the money to the supplier. The supplier can't, protect